All right, everybody, I am here. We have the live finals of the latest X-Wing finals match from the Team Covenant website, and I am joined by
Scott, MrFroggies, as everyone knows.
Now, you're the one that is hosting this tournament through the Team Covenant website. Tell me a little more about the tournament. How many rounds was it? How many players? What was the cut? All that kind of stuff.
So we had 44 players show up. We had four Swiss rounds, and then we had a wild card round. And that was really fun.
So how does that work?
So we had a wild card where the 7th seed fought the 10th seed, and then the 8th seed fought the 9th seed.
For the 7 and 8 spot.
Yeah, and then...
did either of those guys make it into the top 8?
I'm trying to think. I don't think so. I think both the 7th and 8th kept their spots, but I'm not...
not sold on that.
Yeah, I know Richard. He was the 7th spot. He
wow.
He got his. He kept his spot. And I think Greg kept his spot. He was the 8th seed. So.
All right, and so this is the finals of that top 8.
Yeah, this is the finals of the top 8.
Who are these players?
So on the left is Richard White, Calvin Tiberius on Vassal. He's playing the heavy hitters. A lot of people call it Blue Thunder, but Richard is sticking by heavy hitters. It's basically 2 rookie pilots and 2 Blue Squadron B-Wings with heavy laser cannons.
Very nice. That's a lot of firepower.
Yeah, his list is just a big club, and he just destroys you with offense.
It sounds like if I was going to play Lightside, that's a list that I would like to play.
Yeah, it's really hard hitting and very stable. Now, Paul on the other side, he's running Biggs Walks the Dogs, and that's yeah, it's Biggs with 2 Dagger Squadrons with advanced sensors, so they're pilot skill 4, and then he also has a rookie. So in this match, Richard definitely has the firepower advantage, but Paul has the pilot skill advantage. Like almost all of his guys are going to shoot before Richard.
So Richard's going to shoot a lot, but Paul's going to shoot first.
Yeah, and then
and you know, I mean, criticals or blowing up a ship at the right time could be kind of the difference here.
And Biggs is going to throw a monkey wrench in Richard's plans, because he's going to have to shoot it.
A lot of firepower at one ship.
And probably range 3, while his other guys are hopefully going to be... Paul's other guys are hopefully going to go for like range 1 or 2 shots and kill some of his B-Wings, hopefully before they fire. So it's going to be tricky.
So they've now laid the asteroids.
Yep.
Do you think this asteroid layout favors either player at this point? We obviously haven't seen where they're putting their ships, but...
Yeah, it's hard to say. I think it's kind of interesting, sort of like a C. I think the advanced sensors on the B-Wings on Paul's side gives him an edge in the asteroid fields over Richard.
So he wants to be among the asteroids.
Well, I think so. I think he can make better use of it than Richard can. See, I think Richard's going more towards the empty space. He wants to be able to turn and get his guns pointed at you, and I think Paul's probably going to want to lure him into the asteroids. But we'll see what he does.
We'll see who wins that.
Yeah.
Now, just inherently, you have 2 very similar lists. I mean, there are differences here, but the models look the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like 2 X-Wings, 2 B-Wings on both sides.
Yeah.
Does either player really have an advantage before any dice hit the table at this juncture?
I think Paul does in pilot skill. I think
that's a big deal?
In this particular match, the advanced sensors lets him barrel roll out of arcs and do things like that, where he can get shots and not get in any return fire. I think that's going to be. I mean, it's along the lines of interceptors, where they come in. They barrel roll out arc and they do a lot of damage and don't take. If you don't have to roll defense, that's a huge advantage.
That's what you want, right?
So
So how does the advanced sensors read? What's the technical text on that?
Well, let's see.
I mean,
It's basically before when you reveal your maneuver dial, you can immediately before you reveal your maneuver dial, you may perform your free action. If you use this ability, you skip your perform action phase. So you're doing your action before you move, and this lets you do things like take your action and bump into your own guys
or your opponent's ship so they can't shoot you.
Yes, and shoot the guys behind them.
Also potentially, I mean, being able to barrel roll before movement after you've seen your opponent's ships move can make all the difference.
Yeah, if they're lined up and you want a K turn but they're blocking you, you can barrel roll to the side and then K turn and still get your shot off where they can't. They have to do different things.
That's pretty good.
And this is where the pilot skill makes a difference. You get all the information because they're going to move last. They'll see where all his guys are and be able to make those choices.
So if you are sitting across the table from a 2 X-Wing, 2 B-Wing list, do you have a here's how I'm going to deal with this? Which ships are you targeting first?
I think you kind of have to take out the heavy laser cannons, just that consistent firepower. They're also, I think you kind of have to take those guys out first. It's kind of interesting. They're started off in opposite corners.
And they both don't look like, or at least Richard doesn't look like he's moving fast.
Yeah, I think that's the other thing. It's like figuring out range. You really want to. You don't want to give those heavy laser cannons range 3 shots. You want them to be just outside and then move up, so your guys are getting
the maximum.
Yeah, you don't want to give them the extra defense dice. If you're both shooting at range 3, it's all it's all in the Blues' favor. So closing is going to be good.
Now, this is an entirely different conversation. These ships are pretty far apart, so I think we have a second to delve into this.
Yeah.
I'd like to get your take. I've heard a lot of people say that they think there's too many dice involved in X-Wing, or that it's too dice-based, and obviously dice are an important thing. How much do you think luck is a factor in X-Wing versus the maneuvering skill and the list building skill to make sure you're rolling consistently more dice?
There are those swingy games where the dice either just get dominated or you can do no wrong. Those games happen. It's there, but the maneuvering and putting yourselves in positions to get the good shots to keep you in the game. That's all skill. And Paul was in top 16 at Nationals, and he's in top 16, and he's in top 8 at Worlds, and now he's
in the finals.
He's in the finals on my online Vassal tournament. So it's like he's consistently good.
He's obviously got something going on.
So when you see skilled players consistently making it to the top, it's more than just dice. They're doing something that's taking the odds out of it. The advanced sensors is one of those cards that takes the dice out of the game. You being able to maneuver out of arcs and not get return fire
means there's no dice involved.
There's no dice involved. You may not always get your hits in. They can still dodge you, but you're putting yourself in positions to win. I think the new Vader card. There's a lot of people running that. Being able to know that you're going to do damage is another thing that's like.
And that Vader card's so important because you can finish them off.
Yes, it's guaranteed. So
once you get him down to 1, whether it's on his attack or on another attack, just attacking them is over.
He's done. So you know that you're going to close things. There's the bombs. The proton bombs and the seismic charges, those are guaranteed damage.
Yeah.
Things like that start taking dice out of the equation. It's a lot of skill.
How do you feel about these maneuvers here?
Let's Let's see. So
Richard started turning, and it looked like Paul just moved up the side of the board.
yeah, I mean, yes, I mean, Richard needs to. He really wants to close with him. This could be interesting. I don't know if he's going to get a chance to catch Paul.
I mean, they're going to meet at some point, right?
Yeah, they're going to meet, but whether or not it's like...
Do you feel like in the next turn that Paul's going to have to do K-turns, or is he going to start turning?
I think Paul's going to start turning.
Because, I mean, couldn't Kevin, like, do...
You mean Richard?
Yeah, Richard. I don't even know where I got Kevin.
Yeah.
Couldn't Richard do, like, 3 banks or some sort of that to be able to get shots in this next round?
The 3... It's going to be tough for the B-wings. Their 3 banks are red, so I don't think Richard will do that. He's gonna those asteroids where he's kind of funneled himself, so he's got kind of limited moves on where he can go after this. And Paul, his guys are also going to have a little bit trickier time turning in, so I'm not sure what their plans are.
Very curious, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure where they're going to go.
I almost
with
think
this.
Richard may have thought Paul was turning in.
Yeah, I think so.
To get into the asteroids.
I'm wondering if Paul's going to push forward a little bit and then turn in and kind of, but we'll see.
Death by asteroid is not what you want here.
I wonder if he breaks
hey,
off.
3 bank.
I wonder
what happened there.
Yeah, but I don't think Yeah, if he did that with the B-wing, it would be on the asteroid.
Totally.
So, or right in front of it.
But the X-wings are going to be in a nice position to get some shots.
Yeah,
that's some really good maneuvering right there. Like, it just looks good.
Yeah.
They start off in formation, they get in the checkerboard style on the turn, and now they're right behind each other.
Yeah, I think Paul might break off that rookie that's in the lead. I'm thinking, and he might turn in his bigs and daggers. And kind of split his squad a little bit.
Don't the B-wings have a pretty solid shark one?
They have a hard one, but it's red. But they have it.
They haven't.
It's an option for them.
I feel like everything on their dial is red.
They have a lot of red. And this is also where advanced sensors is huge on them.
Because you do your action, then take the red.
Yeah. It's really
Which you
nice.
could do right here, honestly.
Yeah.
And be in a position to start shooting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually think I'm curious where Paul goes with this.
And here we go.
Yeah, we're gonna have some shots.
This is what you want right here. I didn't want to see it loop around the edge of the board game.
Yeah, and I think these guys turn in as well.
Wow.
Now, I'm wondering if those heavy laser cannons are going to have enough range
to hit those. I don't think they will.
They're not going to go after the B-wings. They might go after they might reach the rookie.
I think the front one might be able to reach the rookie.
Ooh, nice. That was good what Paul did. So Biggs is in the back there.
So it range 3 through an asteroid, probably.
Yes.
And you have to shoot him.
And you have to shoot him because he's in range 1 of. So the rookies. Richard's rookies are going to have to shoot him. But I don't know if the. Yeah, I don't know if the B-wing's within range.
Yeah, the front 2 X-wings look like they have to target Biggs.
Yes, and so he's going to get. That's perfect. That was good.
That's exactly what you want.
Yeah.
Looks like Biggs is shooting at the front X-wing.
That was really awesome piloting on Paul's part to put Biggs there to get the asteroid.
Looks like he spent the focus on that front X-wing did not take any damage there.
Yeah. Paul's trying to see how he can concentrate fire. His outside B wing, I don't think can.
Checking range here.
And I think he's checking his arc to see if he can get that front.
X-wing.
Yeah, if he can, I think he's trying to see if he can clip the back corner.
That way he can fire all his power at that one ship.
Yeah, yeah.
Now I feel like there may be something to not targeting the front one, because the front one can get away potentially from this battle, and you focus all your fire on that unless you kill it. But that second or third one back is going to have to be in the battle.
Yeah, it looks like they rolled off, like they couldn't tell.
Check range.
No, to see if he can shoot him, and it was just really.
Looks like he's taking 2 shields and a damage.
Yeah. Ooh, that was
a
minor explosion.
What's that do?
He's got to roll. If he rolls a hit, he takes another damage.
Looks like he didn't.
Yeah, I think he rolled a focus. All right. See, this is where shots first are paying off. He just spent his focus getting
so it looks like 3 hits.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yep.
Is that 2 damage and a death?
Yeah, that's boom. Before he gets to shoot.
That's a big deal right there.
Yeah.
Already down a ship.
Yeah, this was exactly what I talked to Richard earlier. This is kind of exactly what he was afraid of, that in this exchange, that Biggs is really, he can't shoot at who he wants to shoot at.
Yeah.
And he can't afford to lose too much firepower.
Once you lose your bat, what do you have to hit with?
Yeah, it's like.
Looks like Rookie's got some shots coming at him.
Yeah, I think. And this is perfect for Paul, because Biggs takes some hits. He's going to have to shoot at him with his other rookie.
Yeah.
But the 2 heavy laser cannons are going to go after the rookie, which that's
dividing your damage.
Yeah. Where Paul was able to concentrate all his.
I think he got 3 hits there. And he's going to evade 2, maybe take 1 shield. Yeah.
Yep.
So it looks like Biggs is actually out of arc of that X-wing.
Out of range, I think.
Yeah. 3 hits. No squiggles. Oh, wow. They traded X-wings that turn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What an exchange. That's a big, that's an early open right there.
I mean, this is how rebel matches are. When they fight each other, just ships drop fast. They have high guns and low defense, so things just disappear.
Looks like he evaded successfully there.
Yeah. So, I wonder, the thing is, it's like, with advanced sensors, it's pointless to try and block his B-wings, because he'll see where you're at. He can barrel roll, then move to get out of your way, or he can ram into you and take his action before he moves and still get his action. So
I feel like at this juncture, I don't know, I would almost be trying to get, like the way it's set up, I would be going after Biggs this turn.
You kind of have to take him out.
Yeah, it's just like go after him, get it done.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if it comes down to 2 B-wings versus 2 B-wings, but 2 of the B-wings have heavy laser cannons.
Yeah.
I mean, the other guy's more maneuverable, right? But at the same time, it's like,
Yeah, then it's like you actually want that distance. You need to.
Yeah.
Richard's going to need to take out Biggs and then get some separation because he wants range 3 exchange.
Yeah,
and
most certainly. It's harder to get an arc at that level. You can get more firepower.
Yep. Yeah, they're rolling 3 to your 2 defense, and you get 4 to their 1. So it's kind of we'll see what they do.
Does either player have the advantage at this juncture?
This is a big round.
This is kind of the round, right?
Yeah.
If this goes good or bad for one player, this is probably...
Yeah, since they traded ships, they both lost their rookie. So that's pretty big. But we'll see what happens. I think Richard is going to have to move his rookie up a little bit and create some separation for the B wings.
It looks like he's going straight at the B wings.
That's interesting. I think he's trying to block him.
He may also just be trying to not get shot at.
Or not shoot at Biggs. He may be trying to go after, but I don't know. We'll see how that works.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice to me. I don't know how he's gonna have shots on anybody with that move.
Yeah,
or maybe he was trying to get out of the way of his B wings.
I think he's trying to not shoot at Biggs. But this is
That's not awful.
No.
I mean, it's interesting, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's see what
like if Paul is K turning here, this is an awesome move.
There's no way Paul's K turning here. But yeah, that would just be devastating. Okay, so he's focusing with both of his guys before he moves. I think.
Holy moly. Now that makes me curious what he's doing with his next chip. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna bump.
That's perfect for Richard, right?
No, Richard's got no shot with his rookie.
But I mean, he's got the 2 shots with his B-wings, and they're...
Yeah, it's good for Richard, but we'll see what happens with Biggs.
Woo!
Yeah, so I think he's going to concentrate fire with his 3 guys on one of the Bs.
Yeah.
If he drops one of the Bs, then Richard's only getting 1 shot back this
We'll
turn.
see what happens.
It's
important.
This exchange. Oh, this is going to be
This is huge.
This is going to be bloody.
This is not going to be pretty.
Richard keeps making all the Vassal references there. It's so funny though in Vassal the arc of fire is not the same as live games. It's slightly off.
Yeah.
It's like a full 45 degrees, where in real life it's more like 42.
Wow.
So, I mean, everyone's got the same advantage, but it's
different.
It is different. It is different.
The nice thing about Vassal is, you can when you do a maneuver, it exactly does the maneuver. You can't bump ships, but
right.
You lose all the awesomeness. It's the miniatures and actually playing face to face.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good way to like meet people and see different builds that are out there, but it's not the same as playing on the table.
So do you think that he can actually get rid of one of those B-wings? I think he just rolled 3 hits.
Yeah.
He's going to get 1 defense dice. We did 1 damage earlier.
I think it's possible.
So he spends his focus to evade one of those, but he's still going to lose shields.
a key crit could ruin him.
Yeah. Looks like he's going again at that same B-wing. Range 1, 4 dice. Oh, wow. Hitting a crit?
Oh, yeah, crit could leak through on this one.
All right, let's see what happens here. A hit and a crit.
Damage engine. Can't remember what that one does. So it didn't kill it.
He said it could be worse, so I'm assuming it has something to do with movements or...
Yeah, I can't quite see what crits he got.
So all right, so he didn't lose the ship. So he's going to get 2 shots.
Yes.
This is going to be important.
Yes. He kind of has to... I don't know if the 2 B-Wings can
muster the damage.
I mean, they could do 8 damage if he gets 4 hits on both his shots. It kind of depends
that's not
on...
enough to take down B-Wing, is it?
Yeah, it has 5 shields and 3.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: I hope Richard's using his heavy laser cannon first, because you really want that
to take the shields.
Strip shields.
It looks like he is. He's got 4 dice.
Yeah. Well, it could have 4 dice at range 1.
That's true.
So, because you really want that range 1 shot to be with your main guns, just to land crits.
It looks like he took 1 shield out.
Not a good exchange.
Looks like he got 3 hits here.
Yeah.
And he's focusing on taking 2 hits. So he got down to 2 shields.
Yeah. So I think that was a huge round.
That round absolutely favored Paul.
Yes. Because now Richard's X-Wing probably going to K-turn to get back in the fight.
I mean, are all
now
he's in the K-turn?
I don't know if the B-Wings... Well, one of them can, but I don't know about the other one because the ship's too close. And then Biggs is going to be right next to the Dagger Squadron again.
Yeah.
So he can't focus on that.
B-Wing.
He can't finish that B-Wing now. He's got to go after Biggs.
Not where you want to be.
Yeah, this is where it's like, you got to just take Biggs out. Because if you don't, if you start going after one of his ships and you almost kill it, and then he slides up next to it, it's like you did nothing.
Now, does Richard, is his X-Wing Biggs?
No, he's just got 2 rookies.
Oh, okay.
And Paul has Biggs, and
that's a big difference.
Yeah, pilot skill, that whole must shoot me ability of Biggs is
it's gonna be a big deal.
Yeah, it's really messing up Richard right now, because I don't see how he's going to be able to close out the B-Wing that he just attacked. Yeah, this list is really, like, Paul's list is really, it can deal out almost as much damage, but it's doing it a little bit earlier. It's really good. Paul plays Biggs pretty smart. There's a few ways where you just like play Biggs and just have him die, or you let these other attacks happen to your ships, and then
you put him in the way.
And then you put him in the way, and you keep your ship alive longer. It's just a different way of spreading damage.
But you don't lose Biggs so early in that scenario, and you still get to use Biggs the whole time.
Yeah, the longer Biggs stays around, it's
the worse it gets.
It's the worse it gets.
Because their firepower gets less.
Yeah. I mean, you really have to concentrate and kill Biggs, and then it gives you, because he just takes away options. He takes away options, and that's, it's controlling the board.
Richard saying this is already downhill.
Yes.
I think I may have gotten Kevin earlier from Kelvin.
Yes.
I think I keep wanting to say Kelvin, and it's like, isn't it? It is. That's his username.
Yeah, this is going to be that last exchange. He really needed to drop a ship, and not doing it was,
or at least getting important critical on the ship. That would have been a big deal as well.
Yeah, something. Yep, he's going to K-turn.
Curious to see how this B-wing maneuver works out.
Now with the advanced sensors on his B-wings, he can focus before he K-turns. So
that's such a big deal.
If they're just K-turning back and forth, Paul's advanced sensors wins every time.
Yeah.
Because he's coming back hitting harder and first.
Now, that being said, Richard does have laser cannons.
Yes, but his laser cannon's pointing the wrong way now.
It is indeed.
Yeah, because he couldn't K-turn because his Paul's B-wing's in the way.
Now, what's the longest distance K-turn they have?
2. Yeah,
that's not what you want.
Yeah, because
and the other one, even though he has space, doesn't. I mean, you don't really want to be at a 2 K-turn there.
Yeah, Paul's going to be able to 2 K-turn with a focus and be at range 1. You know, that you're not that far.
It looks like he is K-turning with that other ship.
All right. So he focuses, and then I bet he's going to flip too.
Yeah, and because that just puts him in superior position.
Yeah, there's nothing bad about this.
Yeah, I mean you have a stress, but you can do a green maneuver and you're good to go.
Yeah,
and now he's going to be behind the other B-wing. In the next round. So
yeah, there's only 2. Richard's only got 2 shots coming towards Paul's
3.
Yeah,
and I think it's important to note the thing about the dice, right? Like, it's not over till it's over.
Right.
One bad turn of rolls.
Yeah, they can let you back in.
They can. And if you have a ship left, you have hope. Which is actually, to me, that mechanic can be awesome. Those can be the best games.
Absolutely.
You get down to 1 or 2 ships. They have, they're outnumbering you by a ship or 2, and you fight your way back through, skill and then a little bit of luck on your side. Maybe the force.
Right. It equalizes things. It's those games where it's really close and some key dice rolls really can change things.
Changes the course of the game.
Yeah. I find that for me it's the defense dice that change it more than the offense in some ways. It's like when I have 1 hole left and I roll those 3 evades, I'm like, oh my god, I'm still in it. And then,
So that B-wing just took a 2-turn to the left and bumped into the other B-wing.
Yes.
So that's actually a big deal, because I don't know if that B-wing is going to be able to shoot anything. So it looks like we may be 2v2 here.
Yeah, I think he might have been doing that to give Biggs room.
And looks like Biggs is also colliding.
Yeah.
But that's going to give Biggs a range 1 at that B-wing.
Yes. Yeah, and I think that B-wing's already injured.
But Paul's not going to have any actions there.
On Biggs.
On the B-wing he does, but on Biggs he doesn't get an action. So,
but if there's only 1 ship that's going to shoot at him.
That's true.
It's like he's where he's set up. Richard has splitting his fire. He can't concentrate his fire, which is.
Oh man, loses the B-wing that was severely damaged.
Yes.
So now we're 2v3 on ship count, right?
Yes.
Now it looks like the B-wing right, so there's one shield.
One shield.
Yep. Man, the B-Wings rolling one defense dice is... I don't know if I could do it. I'm so used to tie interceptors with stealth devices on them that one die just seems so crazy to me.
It's tough, but this is where the heavy laser cannons on them, if you get that range 3, that exchange is great for you.
It's in your favor.
It's really in your favor. And then the shields, they got 5 shields. So,
I mean, the interceptor has 0 shields, 3 health.
Yeah.
This has 5 shields, 3 health. So
yes.
You're kind of immune to criticals early on. And it takes a lot more energy to get into that ship. And one bad dice roll probably won't cost you a ship, whereas with an interceptor it can.
Yes.
I have been there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, playing some swarms, it's like, those direct hits in a single hit.
Yeah,
some
bad rolls or some bad crits can just end your day.
Yeah.
Looks like you got 2 hits, rolling 1 defense dice. Looks like a blank. So that's 2 more shields on that one earlier.
So it looks like both, one of Paul's has no shields and the other one has 1.
Yeah.
And then Biggs I think he's fine. I don't know. I can't tell. Trying to see. I think Biggs doesn't have any shields now.
I was going to say, it looks like the thing with all the shields on it is a B-Wing.
Yeah, so Biggs has no shields for Paul. 3-on-2 now.
Aren't great odds.
No.
It's not over, but it's definitely leaning in one player's favor at this point. Now, looking back, the opening maneuvers and the way they came at each other...
I think that setup that Paul did really favored him.
Yeah, it was really good, with Biggs in the back.
Biggs in the back.
Behind an asteroid.
Yep. It's like, can you really ask for better? He had to split his fire because not everybody could shoot Biggs, which is the other thing. A lot of people want all of the enemy fire to go to Biggs, but if you want Biggs to make it a little bit longer, if you can have just a couple ships have to shoot at Biggs.
Well, you don't really want him all that, right? So
yeah.
You want it to be divided so that nothing's bad.
Yes.
So, I mean, I would much rather have 5 ships with 1 health than 2 ships with 5 health.
Yeah. Your ships, the nice thing, as long as they don't have crits on them, they're still 100% effective.
They're still ships.
Yeah, so how Paul set that up was really, really well done. Curious how this is going to play out. So Richard banks in. Looks like Paul's going to K-turn with this guy.
Now, let's talk a second. Lately in a lot of my games, I've been using the bump tactic very intentionally in my favor.
Yes.
And players are always like, aha, you didn't get to take an action. And it's funny because you're setting up a maneuver for the next turn or getting into position. And sometimes bumping into your own ship is actually where you want your ship to end up.
Yeah.
Instead of having to take a full maneuver, they stop here before they hit an asteroid, or they stop here so they can be range 1 on the ship without being in their arc.
Yeah, like or sometimes I've blocked some of my, like if I play a swarm, I'll block one of my ties to leave them back because I could see that they're probably going to K-turn, and I'm right around that.
Right where they might K-turn into.
And then I have my front row K-turn behind them, and they bump, and so now
you're behind them, and they don't have any shots.
Yeah, they're shooting. They're bumped into
and they're
my
still
guy.
Stressed, right?
Yeah.
So they can't do it the next turn.
Yeah, and so it's like, the bump tactic I think is really big in this particular wave. The advanced sensors lets you do that sort of bump maneuver and keep your action.
Absolutely.
Which is awesome. The shuttle, it's like...
can stay where it's at.
Yeah, I find I like to control my shuttle with ships in front of it to just keep it in place.
Without having to actually go. Because once it gets past the enemy ships, it is not a good.
Yeah, so you have to kind of like hold it back. And you can only do the stall so many times. And I like to save the stall for when my ships are out of there and they can't hold it back. So.
Absolutely. I didn't even think about that with the Lambda. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's...
you either put the sensors on it or you just don't care.
Yeah.
Right? So if I have Vader on the cheap Lambda, I'll just put a TIE fighter right in front of it, and the TIE's going to go 1 and barrel roll a little bit backwards so that my ship just bumps.
Yeah, the bomber is actually like the best guy to lead a shuttle because he has the 1 move and the barrel roll, so he can just like
stay right in front.
And they're both 2s, the scimitar. So
that's really clever. I'm absolutely gonna have to try that when we get back.
Yeah, it's nice.
Looks like we have a dead B-wing. Wow. All right, so now we're down 2-2, right?
Yeah.
But it looks like, are we going back to the dials here?
Yeah, back to dials.
Wow.
So, let's see.
Looked like Richard took a couple damage there, and then Paul lost a ship.
Yeah. So this is where it rolls. The dice can influence the game and bring them...
It's not over till the last ship's gone. So at this point, Paul has his B-wing with full shields on it. We have Biggs with, it looks like maybe 1 shield on it.
Yeah, Biggs with 1 shield.
And then on the other side, we have a B-wing, right?
Yeah, full B-wing.
And a rookie.
And I think the rookie doesn't have any shields. It looks like he has some damage on him, too. So I think that rookie is not long for this game.
Paul definitely has the advantage, but it is looking way better than it was for Richard.
If Richard can get his heavy laser cannon to strip some shields and
a couple good heavy laser cannons could shape the game.
Yes.
Rookie has no shields and a direct hit, so there's no health left.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's charging up to try and he K-turned. Interesting. He's really wanting to focus on Paul's B-wings.
They have the heat.
Yeah, they're the harder ship for him to handle.
Yeah.
The barrel roll and the advanced sensors just getting out of arcs. It's like he has to try and close them. Nice.
Now I'm curious why Paul moved his X-wing first.
Why? You mean Richard? Richard just moved his.
Oh, that was Richard. Paul was just moving it for him.
Yes. Yeah. They're just being helpful.
They're just being nice.
Yep.
All right, that makes a lot more sense. Now this is not bad. Richard is going to have look like a range 2 or 3 shot.
But he can barrel roll. But the thing is, he's barrel rolling closer to Richard's B wing.
So he may or may not be a range 2. It looks like he may be a range 1. At that point, you're okay just shooting them, though, right?
Yeah. Biggs is having a K turn, so yeah, this is not bad for Richard.
I mean, are they in range? That's a big deal right there.
That is a big deal.
That I feel like that's just the fringe roll that you don't want to see happen.
Oh, it doesn't look like they're in range, and so this is Richard shooting at
Looks like he got 3 hits.
Yeah.
With only 1 die, it's a good chance to knock some shields down.
Yeah, this is huge. Okay.
3 shields. Wow. So we have a game here, Mr. Froggies.
Yeah, this is a nice comeback by Richard.
Yeah, I mean, I was really thinking that Richard was down and out after the last couple of turns, and he is not. And that's what earlier when I was saying, you're not out till it's out. Like,
yeah.
You never know what maneuvers are going to happen, what opportunities are going to present themselves, and
this will be
because I mean at this point, right? Like Richard can move his B-wing in such a way that he's probably going to have a range 3 shot on Biggs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's solid, and
here's the thing. I think in this exchange, Paul's going to move up a little bit. And Richard's going to try and close the distance. We'll see what Richard does with his rookie. With the rookie, yeah, he's just moving up fast.
Is he K-turning?
No, he's stressed. He just K-turned.
So he may be trying to block Biggs right there.
Yeah, I think so. But
I think Biggs is probably going to do it.
I think he's just going to do a 1. He bumps into...
I'm curious why he would want to move further. He did a 3, and he's saying I should have done 2.
I think
Is it 2 stress or something?
No. Yeah, he was stressed because he did a K turn. But I think he wanted to get in heavy laser cannon range. But this is where,
ouch!
I think
Look at that.
If Biggs doesn't bump that rookie,
It's a problem.
Then
I think that's a dead B-wing if he doesn't.
Oh, he might.
Oh my lord! And he does. That's a
no. I think he. It looks like.
Wow, range 3. That's exactly what you want there.
Yeah.
Biggs firing at the B-wing now. If he can take the B-wing down here, he's gonna have 2 shots at him. Obviously, one's at range 3, but the range 1 B-wing there.
But the rookie has 1 health on him. It's like you want to.
Which one do you go for?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a bad. That was not a good roll. I don't think. He's going at the B-wing.
Oh, 4 hits.
Wow. So all his shields are gone, but that's okay if he can get Biggs here.
Yeah.
If he can get Biggs here, we have a game. We have a real game.
Yeah.
Because again, at that point, you have 2 ships that are heavily damaged versus 1 B-wing that is not in great shape.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Here he goes.
4 hits will do it. If you can get 4 hits, because Biggs still has a shield, or 3 hits and a crit.
2 hits and a target lock. All right, that's a big target lock. Wow, just 2 hits. That's the kind of roll that makes you walk away from the table. And he evades. Looks like he took a shield. So Biggs is now without shields.
Yep. That he needed more hits that time.
That is not the turn Richard wanted.
Yeah. Now I'm not sure. It's like this is where I think Paul can bring in more firepower on that B-wing that's down there, and both of his guys are going to shoot first. If he drops that B-wing, then Richard's pretty much over for him.
So now, at this point, is Richard going to be K-turning with his rookie?
Yeah, I think he has to. It's what he does with the B-wing.
What do you do here with the B-wing?
The thing is, it's like Paul's dagger has the advanced sensors, and he can do so much with his moves and repositioning.
Yeah.
That it's like it really limits. You can't do those escape moves to try and get back. Like,
Well, he was stressed too, so he had limited maneuvering options with that B-wing.
yeah,
So he did a 3 forward just to drop that stress.
yeah. Paul can just kind of inch forward with his B-wing, get a great shot.
We'll see what he did though.
And I have a feeling Biggs can also just sort of inch forward and
And he's in a good spot.
and just sort of pincher him.
And that's where Richard took a shot. He had a great setup there, honestly. Like it was probably his best shot he had.
Yeah,
But sometimes looking one turn ahead, where is this going to put you?
Oh, Richard did not K-turn.
Interesting.
He banked. I think he wanted to keep himself with an action just to keep another ship on the board.
Losing that ship would be a big deal. But
it's losing a gun pointing in the direction that he needs, though.
Yeah.
It's going to take him a little while to get around.
He's taking a target lock, though. That's a nice action.
Where he's at, it's going to be really... It's hard to tell, but I think a hard 2 is puts him on that asteroid. He's going to have to bank or maybe K-turn to get back.
I mean, he also can take the long way around, right?
Yeah, he can.
There's nothing wrong with that at this point.
Which may not be a bad idea, especially if he can use the asteroid to his advantage to give him a little extra defense, keep his actions.
Looks like Biggs is just inching forward, like you said.
Yep.
But see, I feel like this could backfire pretty easily because if Biggs can't get the job done,
Yeah.
it's going to be nasty.
Yeah.
All right, these are big rolls. Man, every roll for the past 2 turns has just been so important.
Yeah.
You got a squiggle, so that means he's going to stay alive. I think he's going to have 1 health left.
Yeah.
And that B-wing, the other B-wing is base to base with him, so he's not going to be able to shoot him. He gets to have that ship this turn.
Yes.
He had to have a focus or a squiggle, an evade, and getting the evade's big because now he still has his focus.
Yes.
So he's going to get a range 1 focus on Biggs, and we could be down a 2v1. Oh wow, the rookie's gone. Are we going to have a B-wing tango here?
It could be. I think so. But
And that would not be in the favor of Richard.
No.
He's got 1 health left.
It's not when they're this close. Like, the other guy can just, with the advanced sensors, he can barrel roll, then hard 1.
That was a big roll knocking that rookie off.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can at least get Biggs down here and get a 1v1 game.
He's got to get Biggs.
Which 3 or 4 hits, maybe.
Yeah, this could do it.
Let's see what happens. Takes 2 and a crit, and he's gone.
Oh.
Wow, this game, it was so close.
Yeah,
It's still not over, but like it was way closer than I think it felt.
Yeah.
They're both down to 1 ship. Paul's B-wing has 2 shields left, so it's got 5 total. Whereas Richards only has 1 health left, but it just recently got down to 1.
Yes. And, yeah, this is where... Oh, man, what does Richard do?
I feel like you need to do something that just like is totally unexpected.
Yeah.
He needs to get distance.
Yes.
He 100% needs distance.
It's like it's like a hard 3, maybe to the left.
Just because it looks so unappealing.
Yeah,
It's like, what's the worst I could do?
And then K-turn to maybe get your heavy laser cannons in. Because Paul has to guess, right? Because he's behind him.
Yeah, which is the funnest part, right?
Yeah, it's
like,
great.
Are you going left, are you going right? And you kind of have to predict it.
Because if what Paul could do is just do an easy 1 to give him the most options. Because if he easy 1s, he can
barrel roll before or after.
Yeah, he might be able to like see where he's at. But if he does any kind of turn, Richard does a hard 1. Oh, that's interesting.
That is interesting. I'd be curious to know why he did that.
Yeah, because that doesn't give it gives him less options. He can't barrel roll. He can't.
So he's barrel rolling before he moves, and he's probably going to do a 1 to get right in there at range 1 and probably finish this game out. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think he does a 1 bank. Oh no, he did a 1 straight. Oh no, he did a 1 bank.
Yeah, that is perfect maneuvering right there. Range 1, we're going to be rolling 4 dice against 1. We're looking for 2 hits.
So if, say, Richard had done a hard 3 to the left, like I was saying, he could have barrel rolled back and did the 1 bank and still would have had a good shot.
That's the game. A very big congratulations to Paul.
Yeah, good job.
Vassal tournament. Number 2, right?
This is the 3rd one.
3rd. Oh, man,
Yeah.
I forgot about the 2nd one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, a big thanks to everyone for watching. Congrats to both these players for making
good job,
finals.
Paul.
And
good
thanks
job,
to you, Mr.
Richard.
Froggies, for running this tournament. It was really awesome. A 44 online X-Wing tournament. It's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, I was really happy to get such a great group of people playing. It's been awesome.
Now, while we have you here, is there any intention to run a 4th one of these things in the future?
Yeah, I'm thinking next year, early next year sometime.
February?
Yeah.
Cool.
In that
Well,
time.
anything you can say to the players out there listening on why they should hop over to Team Covenant and join that tournament once it starts?
It's just such a good community of people, really top-notch players posting on the site, giving, great advice. So if you're like a new player, you're going to learn so much from these guys who come to these tournaments, post really great things about the game. And the Vassal community has always been really supportive of getting new people a chance to learn the game. And so I think coming on over is great.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for hosting the tournament and also for coming on for commentary. And,
Yeah, this has been great.
Hopefully we'll get to do this again in the future.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. All right.